Hi y'all, it's Miss Bailey, and today I want to read you a book called Haiku Hike. And it is really a cool book because one, it won an award called the Kids Are Authors Award. I don't know if you can see that. And then this book was written and illustrated by fourth graders at a school in Massachusetts. And if we look here on the back, you can see a picture of all the kids that helped write this book and illustrate it. Remember, to illustrate it means that they're going to draw the pictures, and the author is the person that writes the words. So they did a little bit of both. And a little hint, a little later on, we're going to take a haiku hike. I'm bored. So am I. I have an idea. We can play ball. No thanks. What about tag? No. It's a beautiful day. Let's go for a hike. Okay. I'll pack up the equipment. So see, there they are, laying around, being bored. The camera is right here on the counter. Make sure you pack it. Then we can take pictures of the remarkable things we see. Have we got everything? Water bottles? Check. Notebook and pen? Check. Binoculars? Check. Camera? Come on, let's go. Everything's packed up. Oh my goodness, what gorgeous scenery. Let's take some pictures so we will remember the beautiful things we see on this hike. Oh no, I forgot the camera. Oh no. Now they can't take pictures. I have an idea. As long as we have a notebook and pen, we can use haiku. Hi what? Haiku, it's a form of Japanese poetry that captures a moment in time. I get it, it's kind of like a picture with words. Exactly. Haiku traditionally has 3 lines of poetry. The tricky part is that the lines have to have 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, then 5 syllables again. Oh yeah, and you need to put in a seasonal word or phrase called kigo. Huh? It's easy. Close your eyes and try to guess the season I'm thinking about. Flowers, budding trees, raindrops. Spring. You're right, that is easy. So I'd need to include at least one seasonal word to write a good haiku. You've got it. Now let's go on a haiku hike. Look at that waterfall. Let's write a haiku about it. So there's the beautiful waterfall. Loud rushing waters, tripping, splashing into mist, furious rapids. And below it are some field notes they took. Waterfalls form when streams pass over layers of hard rock and fall over unsupported drops. Erosion occurs as the water wears away at rock and soil as it flows. Angel Falls in Venezuela is the tallest waterfall in the world. It falls 3,212 feet. So let's look at this haiku here. Loud rushing waters, tripping, splashing into mist, furious rapids. So if I was one to make sure that I had done my syllables correctly, I could do it like this. Loud rushing waters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that first line, loud rushing waters, has 5 syllables in it. Tripping, splashing into mist. So you've got 2 for tripping, 2 for splashing, so that's 4. Into has 2, so that's 6. We can do our skip counting. 2, 4, 6. Mist, that had 1. So there you have 7 syllables in the second line. Furious has 3 syllables. Rapids has 2, and 3 and 2 is 5. So you've got your 5 syllables, your 7 syllables, and your 5 syllables. And that's all you have to do. They don't have to rhyme. They don't have to be these long sentences. I wonder how old this oak tree is. So here's this pretty oak tree. Crisp leaves glistening, purple acorns bursting out, the mighty white oak. So there's their haiku. And some of the field notes they made were white oaks have short trunks but can grow to be 60 to 80 feet tall. These trees can be found from Maine to northern Florida and in several other states. The bark of the white oak is often up to 2 inches thick. Some white oaks have lived for over 800 years. So let's test out their haiku. Crisp leaves glistening. Crisp leaves glistening. There's my 5. Purple acorns bursting out. Purple acorns bursting out. There's my 7. The mighty white oak. The mighty white oak. And so there's my 5 syllables. So it's 5, 7, 5. I think I hear spring peepers. See the little froggies? Spring peepers sing songs of a million jingle bells. Then they fade away. And then their field notes are, spring peepers are often found in ponds and swamps in the woodlands of eastern Canada and the U.S. Each tiny brown frog has an X-shaped symbol on its back. When many peepers trill together, they sound like bells ringing. So let's test out their haiku that they did. Spring peepers sing songs. Spring peepers sing songs. That's 5. Of a million jingle bells. Of a million jingle bells. There's 7. Then they fade away. Then they fade away. And that's 5. So there's another example of a haiku. Watch your step. Don't crush the trillium. Must be a type of flower. Very pretty. Trillium in spring, purple petals in the sun. You see it blossom. And their field notes say, trillium is a wildflower that blooms in spring between April and June. It can grow from 8 to 16 inches tall. The flower is usually red or purple and has a very powerful, unpleasant odor. So it might look pretty, but it doesn't smell so pretty. So let's test out their haiku. Trillium has 3 in spring. And there's 1 and 1, so that's 5. Purple petals in the sun. So 2 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. And there's your 7. You see it blossom. You see it blossom. There's your 5. Did that tree just move? Oh, what do you see? I see a moose back there. I've never seen a moose in real life. I have a friend that lives in Alaska, and she sends me pictures of, she'd just be out for a walk, and there's the moose just walking by. It's really cool. A tree, a moose. Which? Crooked antlers, thick branches, clumsy movement. Moose. So there's their haiku. And their field notes say, the moose is the largest member of the deer family. Moose are found mostly in the northern U.S., Alaska, and Canada. Some moose weigh as much as 1,800 pounds. So here's their haiku, and let's test it out. A tree, a moose, which? A tree, a moose, which? There's my 5. Crooked antlers, thick branches, crooked antlers, thick branches. There's my 7. Clumsy movement, moose. Clumsy movement, moose. There's my 5. Wow, there are so many dragonflies. And here's their haiku. Little dragonflies waiting for the wind to come so they can fly high. Field notes. Dragonflies have existed since the time of the dinosaurs. I didn't know that. Baby dragonflies live in water and are called nymphs. When they are ready to fly, dragonflies twitch and flicker their wings in order to dry them. Found out something interesting and new myself. So let's test out their haiku. Little dragonflies. Little dragonflies. There's your 5. Waiting for the wind to come. Waiting for the wind to come. There's your 7. so they can fly high. So they can fly high. There's your 5. Hear that tapping in the tree? That's a downy woodpecker. Their haiku. Green leaves everywhere. Small black downy woodpecker hiding from the sun. And their field notes say, downy woodpeckers are only 6.5 to 7 inches long. They peck at hard surfaces to mark their territory. These birds lay 3 to 6 eggs in the spring. The male is sometimes called the hairy woodpecker. Okay. Well, let's test out their haiku about the woodpecker. Green leaves everywhere. Green leaves everywhere. There's 5. Small, black, downy woodpecker. Small, black, downy woodpecker. There's 7. Hiding from the sun. Hiding from the sun. There's your 5. They're doing a great job on these haikus. I bet you do too. Wow, these haiku pictures will help us to remember this hike forever. We should plan another haiku hike really soon. Of course, next time we'll be sure to bring a notebook and a pen. So there they are on their hike. And here's what they're saying next time they're going to remember their notebook and their pen so that they can take all the information down. So you're going to get ready to go on a haiku hike. You're going to find something you like outside. And instead of taking a picture with a camera, you're going to kind of take it with your imagination in your brain. So you want to find some kind of a nature word while you're outside, okay? And then you just going to go out there and you're going to have a little notebook. I'll show it to you in just a minute. And as you're outside, you're going to answer some questions. And they don't have to be full sentences. You can just jot down some words that you're thinking of. And then you can sit down and you can put those words together and other words too. You don't have to just use the ones that you took on your notes. And you're going to make your own haiku hike. And I cannot wait to see what you come up with. All right, stay tuned for our hike. Bye, guys.